I have to keep things 100s in my assessment and review of this game. You know what? I'm not liking how yo-yo my takes have been around the club this season. I mean, before international break, I'm gassing up the Man City performance. Things are looking up. I'm starting to see the vision come to life again. The club we are trying to become. Post international break, my friends, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And that's been the story of this football club for over 2 years right now. And it gets you thinking, what is going on? Like, how can I have consistency with my thoughts on the football club when I just don't see that consistency at this club whatsoever? And it's been prevalent now for like 18 months. This isn't a fluke. What is the honest, correct way to assess what is going on in this football club? And there's been this one sneaking suspicion that I've had that I've discussed before. I try not to elaborate on it too much because I accept that you need to have patience with the project. But I guess the reality right now is that this is most likely another transition season. Can you see this team winning 10 games on the bounce, climbing up the table and securing Champions League football this season? I don't think that's happening. We're getting close down to the halfway point of the season and we are like still mid-table. We are still miles off any European spots, my friends. And I kind of feel like we're spilling the coffee and this is the reality. And you know what, today, I think it's very ironic that we've been destroyed, thrashed, beaten by the better team in Newcastle United. A team which I've always kind of been feeling recently have a better sporting football projects compared to us. I know it sounds a bit mad. And listen, I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm always going to do that. I don't have any ego about being right, as if like I get my ego satisfied by likes, the algorithm and all this YouTube stuff. Not at all. I care about the truth. I love the game. I don't care about that ego stuff. I was getting gassed. I've always been gassed by the headlines, the transfers. It's like, wow, we're signing this guy, that guy, that guy. These guys are better players than the guys we got rid of. How is this not going to just like instantly equate to success in the field? And it doesn't, because I feel like you have to respect the game. You have to respect sport. Football is not won by individuals. It's won by a team. And I feel like after like 18 months, we are still a team trying to find our identity. We're still a team who's a work in progress. We're still a team trying to like survive in the Premier League. And I go back to Newcastle having a better project because when their new owners took over, of course, FFP kind of like cut down the level of spending. But if they instantly take over Newcastle, decide every foundation at this club isn't good enough, get rid of it, kick them all out, we're going to instantly sign and replace the entire squad within 12 months. Did they do that? Absolutely not. What did Newcastle do? They assessed what they had. They signed top stars in positions they didn't have players in. In comes Isak, one of the best strikers in the league. Bruno, one of the best midfield players in the league. Trippier, one of the best fullbacks in the league as well too. You know, the players that was existing at the club, you know, your Longstaffs, you know, guys like your Lasalises, guys like your Shares, guys where fans might typically feel these are the guys you're replacing, you're selling, and you're going to sign better players because when you sign better players, you instantly become a better team. No, it don't work like that. You know what it does when you gradually build for the future and respect what you have? You raise the level of what exists in your squad and your team. You know, you raise the potential, you raise the ambitions. And a Newcastle team, over the space of like nearly the same amount of time as us, are one of the best teams in the country. Aggressive, high octane, direct, you know, match winners in different positions. You know, when first team players are out, their squad players are ready to step up and maintain that momentum in the team today. A Newcastle that had a lot of players out injured themselves soon. You know, no Botmans, you know, no like other quality players, no Tenalis, no like big money guys either. Being outplayed by them today. And it's no fluke because they did the same thing against Arsenal. They did the same thing against Man United. You know, and they show you that if you want to build for the long term, you don't force all the change overnight. You can't be this aggressive with it. It has to come gradually. Respect what you have because you can raise the level that's within. And if you invest wisely in signing stars and positions you don't have, you are going to have a club that is going to slowly grow build and improve, and that's going to set you up in the future for even greater things. And I know maybe I'm sounding too cynical, my guys, but for all the money we've spent on big money players, stripping out anything that existed before, what is the utility behind it? What is the upside in performances? Because, they have the quality, they have the tactical nous. But one thing we're seeing that our young team doesn't have was discussed in the press conference before the game, and that is the lack of maturity. When games go against us, if they're not going our way, if we're not playing the football we want to play, can we adapt? Can we adjust? Can we win and play in different ways? No, we can't do that. And what hurts is that when you have a young team like this, where is the experience around them? Where is the orders on the field to calm the nerves down, to take responsibility, to help the team? I'll give you guys an example. During that 1920 season, one of the star players that did not get enough credit for what he did for the team was Willian. Willian stepped up to a level I didn't think he had in him. I was getting a bit tired of him, but he stepped up for that young team. He worked with them on the ball, off the ball. He brought the personality and leadership on the field. And it's like, who are the figures on the field today? We only have Thiago Silva, like a lone man by himself. And the mistake he made to kill the game, to make it 3-1, that just killed hope even more. I mean, you're only experienced figures doing that. It's not saying much, my friends. But when I see what we lack in terms of the intangibles, it's easy having nice tech on the ball, nice skill, understanding where you have to be on and off the ball. They can do that. But do we have those intangibles? Do we have the mentality? Do we have the maturity? Because I'll tell you why we lost the game today. We lost the game because we were in our heads. Do you see how many stupid free kicks we gave away throughout the game today? We was inviting the pressure from Newcastle time and time again. Set pieces from the right, set pieces from the left, corners from the left, corners from the right. And how dangerous did they look? Throwing men forward, attacking the books. The game is a game you win by numbers. You don't need to have 5 world-class players attacking the books. You need to have 5 guys with the right mentals who wants to win their battle against their opponent, win that first ball, and obviously test the goalkeeper, yeah? That's what it comes down to. That's what it's always come down to. And we didn't react to it. We couldn't. You're seeing flipping Reece James getting 2 of the sloppiest yellow cards. Disappointing from your captain today. From very poor, petty pieces of play. Pushing Livramento. Clipping Anthony Gordon. Sloppy yellow cards are given away. What is that saying? And that's one of your only experienced guys in the team right now that's going to be leading the other guys in the field. What is that saying about the dynamics of the squad and the team, yeah? The amount of yellow cards we got today, I think, was an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace, because these were silly, sloppy fouls that was killing our momentum and inviting pressure left, right and centre. And today, Newcastle, they dominated us possession-wise. They were throwing men forward. I'm seeing 6 guys pressing us in our half, closing us down. I'm seeing our players bouncing off them. I think this is the first game this season we lost the physical battle. When I'm seeing Conor Gallagher, our only general, being the one getting knocked to the floor, what is that telling you? Who is stepping up? Who is there to take responsibility? Who can change the direction of the game? Absolutely no one. Who is there to calm the nerves down? Who is there to galvanize? Who is there to lift the spirits and the levels? No one, because they're all youngers, bruv. They're all youths on the field, aren't they? So when the moment things go against us, they get in their heads. And I think when Newcastle made it 2-1, in my watch-along stream, I just sensed that was it. The game was over, because this right here, the mentals was gone. And in less than 1 minute time, we saw that mistake from Thiago Silva and the game was over. It was a very, very disappointing game, but a very humbling game. Humbling game. And it's a constant reminder that success isn't found in this sport just by signing all-stars. This ain't basketball. But bro, it's half the outfield players in the flipping court. You know what I mean? You can probably afford, where the smaller the numbers are, you can afford to have more star guys. But in a team game, man, the intangibles matter. The spirit matters. The fight matters, The moment 2 or 3 guys aren't in the game, like Cole Palmer, listen, I'm not going to be angry at the kids. Big promise. This is worst game so far this season, but I guess you expect that when you've got so many youngers. I thought Jackson on the periphery, not really involved as much too. our midfield really struggled. I think Enzo was the only positive outfield player in this game today. I got nothing negative to say about Enzo. He was the only one setting up attacks for us. And Raheem signing today, superb free kick. But come on, I'm not expecting Sign to do much when he's getting double team 2v1 throughout the game today. You know what I mean? Like, of course he's going to give the ball away. That's what Sterling does. But to think I'm going to get consistency, him versus 2-man, it's not going to happen. But what did I see from anyone else? Nothing. You know, Reece James today, not his greatest game. Silva, I'm seeing so many sideways balls. He's had a decent season, but I think progression, I'm not seeing much ball progression these days from him. Badiashile, again, people have told themselves instantly, oh, Levi Coble is inferior. I mean, can you show me what happened in this game to prove otherwise? I don't know. And at the same time, I probably want to see Badia and Coble starting to get games together now. You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to embrace the youthful spirit, let's just flip and do it fully to all capacities, right? Apologies for the fireworks going off right now, interrupting things. It's a little bit annoying. What can you do? But again, outside of that, my guys, absolutely nothing. You know, I thought like things were going against us in that first half. I saw Newcastle dominate us for 50 minutes to get the first goal as well too, and to lead the game. And the only thing we could do was react to them. You know, you saw Pochettino, he moves Conor Gallagher to the right hand side and he moves Cole Palmer as a 10, and that's the only thing he can do to just give us a bit of balance in midfield, to try and like fight against the Newcastle press, because Newcastle was killing us in the wide areas, man. Absolutely killing us out wide on the right hand side and on the left hand side as well too. And that's why they won the game, by creating those overloads there, and we couldn't compete. We couldn't compete physically and we couldn't compete mentally against them. Like, I could blame guys like Ugo Chukwu. It kind of even feels redundant to do that to a kid now, because when Caicedo came on, he did absolutely nothing and he was losing the ball left, right and centre. This is a guy that is our record money buy, and even though, again, I know these guys will get good in the future, it's not going to happen now. And it's just like to solely just focus on investing in young guys only as if that's going to lead to success. Like, it's not Football Manager, it's not FIFA career mode. And bro, when I see things like our plans to buy even more team talent, and then we want to buy feeder clubs too and get this network model, it's like, where's this arrogance coming from? Like, we don't even have things sorted on this field to even compete at the level we want to be at in the Premier League. Yeah, we don't have that, and we're planning on signing even more young guys for the future as if that's going to turn things around. You know, as we're not going to be ready for 2, 3, 4 years at this rate, for God's sake. Like, where is the balance behind this? I'll be putting business first over sporting success. I don't know. I feel like whatever the strategy is in the market, it's going to become different now. We can't be signing any more youngsters. We have enough. We're trying to sign this Moscato kid from Corinthians, bro. We already have like 4 youths already. And most of these guys haven't even played for us right now. Where is the balance? Where is the science to show that, you know, we have a plan to have sporting success? Because that's the whole point of all of this, yeah? All this vision for network clubs and building a new stadium and doing X, Y, Z doesn't mean niche if you're not performing on the field at the highest level. And we're not doing that, my guys. It's at a point right now where, oh, can we blame the players exclusively? Can we blame the flipping manager exclusively? Oh, bro, we've exhausted every manager in Europe. What magical manager is there on the market right now that can come here and make us become a dream club overnight? It doesn't work like that. It takes hard work over multiple seasons. It takes a vision, you know? It takes building that team spirit. It takes building a flipping team. You can't buy a team, you have to build one. And I feel like this is why we are suffering so much these days, and we're paying the price for, I don't know what it is, arrogance, maybe that's the words, I'm not too sure, but it does feel like this aggressive approach isn't leading to much utility in terms of sporting success. So my friends, that's what I got to say about this game here. Share your thoughts and opinions. I'm Nini FC, this is BlueLionsTV. I'll see you guys later with some more videos. Cool.